These two all-terrain tires may target the same driver, but their test results tell two completely different stories. One stops 10 feet shorter in the wet, the other stops 14 feet shorter in snow and delivers 14,500 more projected miles. So, choosing between the Yokohama Geolandar 84 and the Toyo Open Country 83 is not about which tire wins the most category. It's about choosing the performance that matters when you drive. Let's examine the results. The test data is sourced from Discounts Tires Treadwell data. We begin with wet braking, and this is a clear victory for the Yokohama. The Geolandar 84 stopped in 206 feet, while the Toyo Open Country 83 needed 216 feet. That gives the Yokohama a 10-foot or 5% advantage. 10 feet is a meaningful difference during an emergency stop, especially when the additional weight of a truck or SUV. The Yokohama also scored 3 out of 5 for wet handling, compared with the 2 out of 5 for Toyo. That gives the Geolandar another 5% advantage, showing that it provides not only shorter braking, but also better control in wet conditions. If you frequently drive in heavy rain, the Yokohama is the clear winner. But on snow, the results completely reverse. The Toyo Open Country 83 stopped in 120 feet, while the Yokohama required 134 feet. That is a huge 14-foot difference, giving the Toyo a 12% snow braking advantage. The Toyo also scored 2.5 out of 5 for snow acceleration, compared with 2 out of 5 for Yokohama. That gives it a further 2.5% advantage when pulling away on snow. The Yokohama dominates in the wet, but the Toyo responds with an even larger advantage in snow. For drivers facing regular winter conditions, this could be the most important difference in the entire comparison. The Toyo continues to pull ahead in projected tread life. The Open Country 83 delivers a median mileage of 63,000 miles, compared with 48,500 miles for the Geolandar 84. That is a 14,500 additional miles, or a significant 30% mileage advantage. This is one of Toyo's strongest results and makes it particularly attractive for high-mileage drivers who want to maximize the usable life of their tires. Dry performance is much closer. The Toyo stopped in 155 feet, while the Yokohama needed 156 feet. That is only a 1 foot or 1% advantage for the Toyo, far too small to significantly influence the buying decision. Both tires also scored 3 out of 5 for dry handling. In normal dry driving, these two tires are effectively equal. Both tires score 2.5 out of 5 for quietness, so neither has an advantage in road noise. For ride comfort, the Toyo scored 3.5 out of 5, compared with the 3 out of 5 for the Yokohama. That gives the Toyo a small 2.5% advantage. It's not a major difference, but the Open Country 83 should provide a slightly more comfortable ride over rough surfaces and longer journeys. The Toyo also performs considerably better in fuel efficiency. It scored 3.5 out of 5, while the Yokohama managed 2 out of 5. That represents a 7.5% advantage under our scoring conversion. The data does not provide exact miles per gallon difference, but it clearly identifies Toyo as the more efficient tire. When it comes to pricing in the size 285/70 R17, the Yokohama costs $281 per tire, while Toyo costs $355. The Toyo is therefore $74 more per tire, or 26% more expensive. That gives the Yokohama a major upfront price advantage, although the Toyo partly justifies its premium through substantially longer projected mileage. From my perspective as a tire expert, these tires serve very two different priorities. I would choose the Yokohama Geolandar 84 for drivers who regularly encounter heavy rain. Its 10-foot shorter wet braking distance and stronger wet handling provide a meaningful safety advantage, while its lower price makes it an excellent overall value. However, I would choose the Toyo Open Country 83 for regular winter driving or high annual mileage. Its 14-foot snow braking advantage, 30% longer projected mileage, better fuel efficiency, and slightly greater comfort make it the more complete long-distance all-terrain tire.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.